Yeah, man. Good night, everybody. Big up Tony Culture Time, Marjorie the Queen. We are, sir. Marjorie, welcome to the official launch of What's in Your Cup, only and exclusively on the Tony Culture Time app.
Woo. Thank you.
Yeah, man. May I tell you, man, so we are running the program for a long time, but recently we make some new developments and we officially come up with a name and title that's courtesy of Startender, aka Michelle. But so me is not a youth for waste time, so so we are gonna
jump right to it.
So the first question off of the launch, Marjorie boy, see you big in a day. Round Robin, what we call it, family, right? As far as my reach dictates, one of the founders, one of the creators, the queen of the Round Robin herself. So right from the door, we want the people them know the basics, what initiated it, what started it. So tell us a little bit about who Marjorie is, why they call you the queen, where did that moniker come from, and a little bit about yourself as a person before we jump into the direct question.
Okay. All right, Marjorie. Professionally, I am a registered nurse. I'm a healthcare administrator. I've been a nurse for 15, maybe 16 years. I'm currently director of nursing in a healthcare facility. And that's kind of that, healthcare.
So when you say nursing administrator, what exactly does that mean? You run the whole hospital or the whole facility?
The nursing department. Yeah, so I'm like the head of the nursing department. And
okay, so you're the head honcho.
That's what they say.
I know that them say I saw you go.
That's what they say.
So, you currently reside in this city of Paterson,
Absolutely.
correct?
I am.
So, about how long have you been in Paterson?
A total of about 8 years. About 8 years. I lived there before and then moved and then came back. Yeah.
Okay, so you were previously here, then you left and then you came back. So if you take out the time that you left, how many years would that be?
Wow. Maybe about 17. If I took out the time I left. Oh God. Yeah, about 17. Yeah. So let me see. 4 and 3. Yeah, because I've been around here about 17 years.
So it's fair to say that you are a grown milestone person in the city of Paterson.
Yeah. Enough.
So when you took your temporary hiatus, what town did you go to?
In the Bergen County. A small town in Bergen County.
So you're so stingy on the details. Which town you were in there?
Not too far. I went up to Hawthorne.
Oh, okay. All right. You know Hawthorne. That is consistent with the position of a nursing administrator.
You know what? I lived there for a while.
Yeah, well, trust me, it's not an area where you will see the general consensus of people. So it's an upscale area. It's very quiet in those areas. Not for them to have looking nice every now and then, but predominantly it's classified and considered as an upscale neighborhood. So
yeah.
So tell me a little bit about how you were given or how you personally created the moniker as the queen of Round Robin.
So, a couple of years ago, you work hard and all that. And I remember one weekend I was looking for somewhere to go. I am not someone to go everywhere, And then, I couldn't find somewhere that I would have felt like comfortable, to go or to hear my kind of music or something like that. Not old music, just my kind of music. I couldn't find that. Maybe once a week or so, but I wanted somewhere to kind of know that I can go down the road and hear some of my kind of music, grown folks music, you know, and it wasn't only me, you know, other people. So I came up with Grown and Sexy Fridays. So I started to promote a Friday night event. And to my surprise, it was not only me. You had people who just wanted to go somewhere, put on some nice clothes and all that. So that's how, and this is 10 years ago. So this is how Grown and Sexy came in. And I think I answered my phone one day and somebody just said, who's this, the Queen? I think it was just a crock. And it just went.
So from this stick.
Yep, the Queen came in. So I even put it on my voicemail.
So if me call your phone right now, you don't answer. Wait, I go tell me, say.
It will say this is the Queen or something. I didn't even change the voice note. So you see how long that is. Yeah.
I see him say, man. So yes. When you started the Grown and Sexy Fridays, was that when you were in Paterson or was that originated in Hawthorne?
I was living in Hawthorne at the time. Yeah. I probably had just moved to Hawthorne, you know, at the time. But again, this is the funniest thing. I live there, but I can't even relate to there because I'm in Paterson every single day. So if I wanted something to go to the super, it's funny that you sleep somewhere else, but you're kind of in somewhere else. So I don't know if that makes sense.
So does the majority of your crowd, your constituents, your supporters, did they generally come from Paterson, or did you also have Hawthorne people incorporated in that?
No Hawthorne. no, it's pretty much Paterson.
So you didn't get an eye doctor and lie at them.
I think I didn't spend much time there. I didn't spend much time there. So most of my people were from Paterson, and I think maybe like Teaneck and so on, but the majority, 90%, was Paterson. So, you know, and little surrounding area, maybe Clifton, you know.
So how long has the Grown and Sexy Fridays approximately been running?
10 years, going 11. In March, this March coming will be 11 years.
So you're approaching a decade.
Yeah, it was 10 years. We just celebrated 10 years. I think last month.
The 10-year anniversary.
Yes. So
I do think I remember that.
Yeah.
So, does the majority of the crowd come from within the municipality of Paterson, or is it?
People come from the outskirts. They do, but the majority, yes, Paterson.
So you have a little touch of Bergen County, Essex County.
Yeah, Essex County, and Essex County is coming up too. I'm telling you, Essex County is right there.
So you start to get a lot more support from
Essex County. Yes,
Essex County.
Yes.
Okay, so I noticed that when you post your flyers or when you do advertise your Grown and Sexy Fridays or any of the other events that you do, there's always a section, whether it's on the top of the flyer, the middle, or the buyer, that says bringing the community together one event at a time. Can you touch a little bit on that and explain to me exactly what does that mean when you say bringing the community together one event at a time?
Yes. So everyone has different ways of bringing the community where they do different things. My way of doing it is through events where Grown and Sexy promotes grown folks event, mature events for the mature, that mature people can go, you know, in a great environment. They can relate to the music. They can relate to each other. Everybody will speak the language that everyone can relate to. They can put on their nice clothes, feel good about going out and, you know, meeting their peers, maybe see somebody from Clarendon or anywhere. You know, they can relate to the people in their surrounding. So that's what Grown and Sexy. You're grown, you're not over the hill, you're sexy as you could be, and you meet a friend. So, you know, that's what Grown and Sexy is about. So me bringing the Paterson community, and it's not only Jamaicans, it's not only Caribbeans, it's everywhere. It's the whole diverse community. We're very diverse in Paterson. So we bring it together, or my group try to bring it together, one event at a time.
So when it says grown and sexy, does that mean that there's no young people involved in these functions, or is it all ages?
Oh, no. Young people are there, but they're grown. They're grown. They're grown. People in their 20s can be grown. 30s can be grown because they act grown. They'll come and know that, this is what we're doing here. They like the music, even if they don't know the music and can't even relate, but they like the vibe. They know that grown folks is here, and it's a positive environment, so we have a lot of grown folks, a lot of young folks, a lot of grown folks.
So it's more based off of a person or the community, the mature portion.
Yeah, it's more a mature audience.
Okay, all right. So I have a question just coming up from one of the viewers who's currently streaming live from the tonyculturetime app.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is that you restrict certain music from being played at your events. Can you confirm or give me a little bit of background on that?
Okay, yeah. So yes, I do. So what you'll not hear in there is a music where somebody's going under a lady's skirt, and it's demeaning, in my opinion, and into a lot of the people that is in the grown and sexy family. Whether you're visiting, you just come to, you don't want to hear certain music because, and if you speak the truth, a lot of the music is very demeaning to some of the females. Now, I don't want to go anywhere, and grown women that I know, they don't want to go anywhere, and then you're hearing somebody DJing about what under you and how it's, no, we're not going there. So those music is not coming through the door.
So do you feel that limiting the selectors or the DJs to playing certain music takes away from the grown and sexy, or do you feel like those measures that you have implemented are based off of building the foundation that you are pushing as far as bringing the community together and remaining, or attempting to create unification within it?
I think it benefits because, again, I don't believe in, and this is me, I'm building a brand that it's for grown, mature, it's for grown folks, it's for mature. I don't know much mature women, if any, that wants anybody to describe their parts.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. And as for DJs, yes, I do have, I'm very choosy with the DJs that I use. I'm very choosy, and they pretty much know me enough and know the group enough that they won't play certain music, they won't say certain things. We enhance good things around here. We do positive things, So most of my DJ, I can't even name one that would go on the mic and say something crazy or something demeaning. It must be something positive, and usually is. And people have a great time. Nobody wants to hear, yeah.
So in the 10 or 11 years that the Grown and Sexy has been running, have you ever incurred a situation where there was somebody who expressed complaint to you about the fact that they couldn't play maybe a particular type of music that they have wanted to hear, or a DJ saying that he felt like he was limited to the type of music he can play?
Okay, so usually what, yes, yeah, I've thing there, but I address it, and it never happened again. And when you're new to something, these things will always happen. Yes, I've been in a situation where the DJ will try to play something, and I said, you know what, keep it clean. Yeah. And I've said keep it clean multiple times, and it's not necessarily my event that day. Mm-hmm. It's has to be one of my members, and then it's a learning process, and we've come a long way. So during that time, yeah, I go up to the DJ, nice, respectful. Excuse me, can you please keep it clean? Mm-hmm. Let everybody have a good time, but we're gonna keep it clean. And yeah, it usually works.
Okay. So I hear you make a reference to your members. So the Grown and Sexy movement. How does one
Yes.
go about joining that? Is it an open enrollment where a person can reach out to you and join, or do you select individuals who you feel like will represent your brand and benefit the movement when choosing?
Okay. So it's not everybody can join it. Well, not at this time. So um, the answer to the question is the last part. Yeah, I reach out to the people who I know, well, that I know, where I've seen them in the circle. I see the way they behave. I see the way they react to people. And if I feel, again, I usually go with my gut and the way I see people behave in the streets. I see the way they speak to other people. I see how they deal with situation. I kind of get to know people before I make them a member. I mean, there are times when I offer a membership to someone and say, this is what we're doing, and would you like to be a part? And they'll say no, not very much, maybe like a handful. Um, However, the majority that I would reach out to, they're usually embraced and they stay. Most of my members are, well, I can say half of the members I have has been with me since I've started Grown and Sexy.
Mhm.
And then we changed the name to Grown Plus Sexy. Yes, they've been with us. So, we continue to grow. So it's not a free for all, but we are growing. And I would like to have, more members at some point. But, right now, we're going slow. And they're awesome members. They're teamwork. They do teamwork, and we dialogue every day. And somebody have a question, they have no problems in calling, and we work well. And that's what we want. We're building the community.
Well, it is my personal belief that in I mean, I look at things from a business standpoint. I mean, the majority of things I look at and how I review things, when we hear about Round Robin or I hear about a Grown Plus Sexy Fridays, it is a business. Even if you don't want to call it that, in a
Mm-hmm.
sense, it is a
Mm-hmm.
business. And every business has to be ran with structure. There has to be structure, there has to be rules, there has to be guideline to follow. Because without those, you're just going to have chaos.
Yes.
And chaos is what you don't want to have. That's not something that we want to
Yeah.
incorporate, especially when we talk about bringing the community together. We want to do that while eliminating any form of chaos possible. So, in my time that I've attended these events and that I've viewed, I feel like not to put you on a pedestal or to put you on the spotlight, but I feel like the way you run it with structure is very appropriate and it correlates well with the goal that you're trying to achieve, which is bringing the community together. Because without structure, it's going to be very difficult for you to do that, and you're going to run into many milestones that can easily be avoided simply by having that structure and having regulation in place.
And that is true. So, everyone, and this is how I operate, even at work. I let people know I'm very transparent, very transparent. So there are no secrets. We don't have any secrets. Very transparent, and structure is the way to go. So, you show everyone this is what we're doing and this is what we're doing. Do you think this is something you can do? And, it works that way and it works better for everyone. And, I try to make myself available as much as possible for my members. Like I said, they're awesome.
So let me ask you,
Hmm.
what was the motivation aside from the grown and sexies, right? Because
Hmm.
it's two in one, right? It's the grown and
Yes.
sexy Fridays, which provides grown folks with an avenue to come out and enjoy themselves while
Hmm.
minimizing the risk of having to run into problematic situations or being around a bunch of people who don't correlate with your interests
Yeah.
or
Hmm.
type of event. So, what motivated you to come up with the idea to try to bring the community together and create that unification within the community?
Okay. First of all, unity is strength. That is my thing. And I usually say, more hands make the work light. So with grown and sexy, now grown plus sexy, It is a challenge doing it by yourself. It is a challenge. So what you try to do is involve people that would benefit. So I have people that I know that have the same interests. Usually what I do, I reach out to them and say, you know what? If we do this way, this will build a community. This will help. So you pick this one and you ask this one and you choose this one. So let's say it's 20 people. Out of the 20, there's 16 or there are 10. That alone, if you have 10 good people that wants to do something in the community, doesn't matter how small it is, yeah. And I had one time 10 good people and I said, you know what? Let me just, step it up a notch. Let other people get involved in it. Maybe next year I'll have 30. Who knows? Yeah, you never know. But for me, it is people who have the same things that I would have, that I know or I see that they could help in their way to bring the community. So does that answer the question?
It does answer the question. I'm going to throw a curveball in there. Do you feel that you have been successful in your endeavor to unify the community by the creation of the Grown Plus Sexy and the other events and functions that you support within the community?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I have succeeded and succeeding daily. It is because see, I only see one thing. I see the positive. There doesn't matter how small it is. I see the positive, and right now I see a whole lot of positive, like positive. It's it's just pure positive coming. So yes, if I succeed, yes, and we're going straight ahead. And I think we can only get bigger, do more for the community. Who knows? We'll be expanded next year, the other year. Yeah, we're doing good, and I believe there's only one way to go forward.
Do you think? So I have a question here from another viewer that just messaged in. I'm just going to read it how it's written because I don't want to overshadow it. So the question is that it is incredibly difficult to unify a community in where you have individuals who hold envy and jealousy towards each other. There are some groups that are unified and some groups that are not unified that try to create controversy, which I'm going to put that in English, controversy within the current unified groups. Do you think that's a problem?
You know what? It is a problem for the people that try to create the problem. What I don't do, again, I don't embrace the negative. I see it, but I try not to embrace it because it's too much work. So when I see it, I take the high road because it's too much. And we will never get away from the envy and the covetous but play the bigger person. You see it coming, look the next way. You see it coming, don't even respond to it, because the best way of not getting into it is just not responding to it. That's my take. I just don't respond. You come in with some crazy, I look the next way. You come in with the negative, I just go this way. It doesn't matter. And I encourage the people, and I said, don't pay attention to the negative because it doesn't make sense. What I would do, is if I were the negative person on the negative side, try to learn some positive. Join up the positive people, because, like I said, more hands make the work light. And then again, some negative people just can't help themselves. What can I tell you?
So,
but we're positive and we're going straight ahead.
So, just to clarify, basically what you're saying is, regardless of any negative obstacle that's thrown in your way, not only will you not pay attention to that, but you will go to extreme lengths to make sure that you continue the positive path and push positivity, regardless of any type of roadblock that decides to pop up during your journey in unifying the community?
Absolutely. And I speak, when I say this, I speak for my team members too. We're doing positive. We're looking positive. That's what we're doing. See, I tell you, they're handpicked. We're going for the positive. There's no negative around here. We don't embrace the negative. So, and the negative will always come, but we will not embrace it. It's going to come. There's no two way about it. And I do believe that it is time that as a people, we learn to drop the negative. Try and, let the negative go one side. Embrace the positive, And if you don't know how to do it, you could ask me.
Yes, so
embrace the positive.
Yeah, you have a rule book and the teachings, can get them.
I will try. Not everybody like my way, but I'm telling, it works for me. It works for the people in my surrounding. And, hey, we're trying to build a community where children are growing, our grandchildren are growing, and all that. Oh, by the way, I do have 3 fabulous grandchildren. Let me just put that in there. Let me just put that in there. So we want to have a good, we want to do our part in embracing the community. After work, you come home tired on the weekend, you want somewhere to just go and chill and leave the job. Yeah. You want to have a comfortable environment to be in, a little community that you can just say, let me go around to John Brown and take a chill, just because. That's what we're looking to do.
Okay, so let me touch a little bit now specifically on the foundation of these events. So it's my understanding that the Grown Plus Sexies Fridays is still keeping, but I also understand now that there is a new event geared and aimed towards unifying the community that is called the Rush Hour Brunch.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about how this was created. What is the basis of the foundation for it, and how does it correlate with the other events and the other round robins that might currently be active in the city?
Let me drink some water.
Mm-hmm. Why we need more than water for that? But I'm glad for know what's in your cup is water, because that was my next question. What's in your cup?
Yes. So, what I find, okay, so what we've been having round robin for years, and like I said, when Grown Plus Sexy started, it was on a Friday. We used to do, because nobody, there were no Friday parties in those days. No one would do a Friday party, but I came along, and nowadays people are actually having parties. I figured people didn't think that Friday events would work, but as you can see, it did, and it's still working. Okay, so, and I've had this round robin since then. And then as as the years come along, so now you have multiple events going on. And most of these events, most of them are kept in the night. You find that when you have 2 and 3 events, whether it be round robin or just events going on, it's a lot. So when I would like to go and support 3, it's a lot I know it's a lot for me for one night, because if I'm coming to support you, I just want to come there and just support you. Or maybe, or I come early, and it's a challenge. So no one really benefits when you have a bunch of events going on at one night. It's just a lot. I've made attempts to do it a different way, but it's still kind of don't work. So what we did, to keep the community together, where people can still have somewhere to go in a great environment, wherever you go in the area, is to do a brunch. So that being said, a brunch is our early event. We start at 4:00. It's a dressed up event. That way, we don't, if we need to go somewhere in the night, we have still gone to our event. So people are still able to have their event at night. still get a support. We took it to the day. And you see me putting up? Yeah, we took it to the day that we don't have to wait for night to have an event. We don't have to wait for night. We're going to do it early. Brunch is an afternoon thing. Our start at 4 o'clock. That way it will give the other folks the night to do what they do. So, let me show you okay, this is one of our flyers. Rush hour. It's called Rush Hour Brunch.
Tony, Tony, have that can blow it up on the screen so the viewers can see the flyer for the Rush Hour Brunch.
Yeah.
Try that. I'll try to find one.
Yeah, the Rush Hour Brunch. First one is this Saturday. So it's a 4 o'clock event. You come out, rain or shine, take out your umbrella and all these things, and come out. So I moved this way in order not to, be a crab in a barrel. I would call it. Putting down. We ain't got time for that. So I took the higher road, and we're doing it in the early settings. If you come to do the early setting and you want to go somewhere, hey, and there is still the night for people who are doing their nights. Somebody has to fix it. And there you go. This is my way of fixing it with my team. There you go.
So here you go, people. This is the flyer for the Rush Hour Brunch. This Saturday is the beginning of it, and it will be followed each and every Saturday after that, 4 p.m. to 12 a.m. Rush Hour Brunch.
Rush Hour Brunch.
You mentioned that this was done in an effort to not conflict with other entities that are keeping events, to give them an opportunity to say, all right, boy, well, here what now, instead of there being 5 events in one day and people feeling conflicted with the support because maybe there are an individual who support all of the 5 people who
absolutely
are events. Because tell you personally, it is a little, and I have to use this word, it's a little annoying.
It is a challenge
when me find that, all right, 5 events I keep one night and me support the 5 people, so me only can spend 1 hour here, so 20 minutes here, so me buy a 1 Guinness here, so buy a 1 beer here, so, and then I have to continuously getting in my vehicle, starting my vehicle, using my gas, looking for parking spots, doing all of these things just so that I can equally support everybody. So
doesn't make any sense.
So the Rush Hour Brunch is designed to not be in conflict with any of the other entities who are keeping parties. That way everybody can get a fair share.
And that's it. I mean, listen, could it have gone different ways? Absolutely. But since it's a challenge to get it a different way, this is the next best thing. So everyone will get a fair share. I mean, everyone will get a fair share.
All right, so let me ask you a question. Let's say during a Rush Hour Brunch, let's say that the brunch is going, real well. Let's say John Brown is having his Rush Hour Brunch. It starts at 4 o'clock on schedule. But let's say that it's having such a good turnout that John Brown decides that even though there are other events keeping, he wants to extend it past that 12 a.m. deadline. Is that possible, or do all Rush Hour Brunches exclusively end at 12 a.m.?
No, it is possible. If it's possible, especially if it's a person's birthday. And listen, 90% of it will be at 12 o'clock. However, there are times when it will go past 12 o'clock. Yeah. Because if someone's having a special event, it's their birthday. No, it will go. But will we get up every day and say, oh, all the events are good? No, I'm not saying that. This is why, again, we try to take, the question out of the question and just move early. That is the plan, to start early and finish early. That's the plan right now. That is the plan.
So the Rush Hour Brunch is also designed to, because majority of people come off of work 3 or 4 o'clock. So this is also now a relaxation after work. Come enjoy yourself, get some good food to eat, and that gives you the opportunity now to prepare for what you want to do for the rest of the night. Whether you have
There
another
you go.
plan or if this is your final stop, right?
And listen, it might very well be your final stop, or it might be a stop where you just and then later on, and you take a nap and then you go out again. Again, this is a good thing in my opinion, this is a good thing for everyone, because that way everyone get a slice of the cake.
Mm-hmm.
And as a community, this is what we should do. We should try to be our brother's keeper, try to do the right thing. I'm going to say, try to do the right thing, try to do the right thing. Let everybody get a piece of the pie.
So I have another question here from a viewer who's currently live streaming.
Oh boy.
So the question is, Rush Hour Brunch will now take place on Saturday from 4 till 12.
Mm-hmm.
However, I have seen flyers extended till next year with every Saturday booked. How does that give other entities an opportunity to host their events if every Saturday moving into the next 6 months there is already an event booked?
Okay, so the next this round finishes in February. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
we do have some blackout dates. Yes, people will see flyers, but we also have blackout dates. Bear in mind that these are 4 o'clock in the day, and no one was having events that time, and still not. So people have to again look at this. Everybody, if we had 10 people having events, it's going to be on a Saturday. Now it's 9 because we're going early. And even if you see a flyer, there will be hundreds of flyers. Hundreds of flyers will be there. I've seen flyers, I think, till next June, still out. However, what we're doing, probably don't even put a dent in it, but this is our small way of moving out of the crowd, that everyone, instead of having 10 events going one Saturday night, now you have 9 because there's one going in the day.
Well, in my opinion, and me have to put it this way because there's really no other way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
The fact, right? We're going to focus on the facts and the logics here.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
It is more than fair to say that the average number, or more than the average number of Jamaican parties, Caribbean parties, excuse me, not start 12 o'clock. They start 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning.
That is true.
So if the if the Rush Hour Brunch is going to take place from 4 p.m. until 12 a.m., unless in the rare situation it is extended based off of the size of the crowd or the people or somebody having their birthday, that will not, in my opinion, be in conflict with anything else that's going on. Because once again, if a man put out a flyer and saying party I start 10 o'clock, he party and start till 1:30.
Well, yeah, that's the norm, really. It really is the norm. But again, it's a norm. But again, you will always have the negative and the positive. I try to lean to the positive. Yeah, all that is going to happen, and you're going to get people. It's going to always happen. A million flies are going to be out there, and it's going to say, I don't know, 9, 10 o'clock, but 2 o'clock. The thing just start. But again, I'm not focusing there. I'm focusing on us starting early and leave the nights for the people who are really, doing night parties. We're giving them a break. We're taking ourselves out of the equation and we're going to the days.
But I honestly don't think that. I think based off of the way that you set it up, Saturday, which is a prominent day, because Friday, technically speaking, is the start of the weekend. But what happens is now you have the individuals who they have to get up and go to work Saturday morning.
Mm-hmm.
There's far less people that get up to go to work on Sunday morning. So Saturday provides a bigger avenue for people to go out and support more than one event, shall they choose to do
Absolutely.
so.
And that is the truth.
So
I go to
don't really see there. So to answer this viewer's question, who is viewing, in my opinion, based off of the times that the event is being kept, I don't foresee it being in conflict with the other events, because we have to be realistic. Even if our flyers tell you, say it starts at 9, nobody doesn't show up until about after 12. They don't come to
or 1:30
until after 12. Party take off 1:30, 2 o'clock. So if the brunch start in the afternoon, first of all, you guys should be happy, because a lot of parties start 10, 12 o'clock and only have no food. So when they got rush hour brunch and name and food,
food is there.
They're going to come at your event now with them belly full. They're going to buy liquor. Them belly full. They don't have to worry about going McDonald's for words. Or
no.
Go home, go cook for words.
They come well fed.
Full them belly for rush hour brunch.
Yeah. And listen, this is a classy event we're talking about. It's not a bagger. It's nice things. Put on your nice clothes and come out and have a great time in a great environment. Meet your peers, dance some music, eat some food. It's a good thing. It's enjoyment. It's enjoyment in a great environment with awesome people. That is what we're doing. That is what we're doing. So you're excited, I am. This is what we're doing.
Me hear it.
Yes, that's what we're doing. We're all about being positive.
So I do have a question from another viewer, but before that, I do want to take this time to say, while this is your first time on the Tony Culture Time app, I have observed that there, and I don't know if anybody else has observed this, but you do have a poster posted in the bar/lounge area that represents and promotes the Tony Culture Time app. It's posted there. It's been posted for months,
years.
So on behalf of the app, I definitely do want to say we generally appreciate that, and a big thanks to that, because while some people might not even notice it or even see it there or even know what is the Tony Culture Time app, it has been there. It's been branded. It's been advertised. So that's definitely a good thing.
It's a good thing. It's on my refrigerator.
So this next question has about, me want to say about 55 exclamation point after it. So it look like they will want me ask.
Oh boy.
The question is, are you open to, or what is the reason that you cannot collaborate with the other entities and there be one round robin instead of multiple round robins in a city that is so small where we each share the people and share the crowd?
Okay. I don't think it's a bad thing. That would have been great. That would be great. But I personally can't know what you're thinking if you don't ask me, or you don't tell me, or you don't. If I want to borrow your nice glasses that you're wearing, I can't just look at the glasses and say, wonder if I could or should. Then I buy one that is crooked. I could have just asked you where you got yours. So, all of that to say this is that would be a good thing if people were open to, asking, trying, saying this is what, but you can't do this for someone. They have to want to work with you or bring it to you, and we work as it. I'm always open to somebody, always. But again, not everyone is open to asking or suggesting. They might take offense, not everyone is open to working with, me.
So to clarify, you are more than open and willing to entertain a conversation should one arise about collaborating this into one instead of having multiple entities utilizing the same crowd of people on the same nights.
I'm always open to anything that's positive. Mm-hmm. I am open to positive communication.
So with that being said, I have a question to ask you. If you could change one thing right now about Paterson, about the people of Paterson, about how they go about things, about how they react to things, how they interact to things. If there's one thing that you can change, in your opinion, that would be able to make this goal far more achievable or present less roadblocks for it, what would that be?
All right. There are two questions. Okay.
It's two in one.
Okay. So first, if there's one major thing that I would change in Paterson that has nothing to do with this right this minute, homelessness in Paterson. Homelessness is a biggie, and this has nothing to do with promotion and whatnot. But I'm taking that one thing, that one thing that I could change. The homeless need somewhere to live. They need somewhere to go. They need to be off the street. Too many homeless people. It is a problem. And I'm just going to hope that the powers that be, and I'm hoping one of them watching this, fix the homelessness. Too many people. Not everyone has somewhere to go. And we all have all kind of problems. I would like for taxes to be reduced, this, that, and the other, and, make $1 million. However, if I had one thing to do, is try and fix the homelessness in Paterson. We need to do all that. And at some point, I hope that this community, this Grown Plus Sexy, can play some good part in helping to get that done. Yeah. That is, I mean, it's going to be teamwork. Listen, it's every little that counts, but homelessness is a biggie right now. And I don't know, it might be now, it might be next year, but at some point, I'm putting it out there. People, my group, I'm putting it out there. At some point, I am sure that at some point, whether it's now, next week, next year, we're going to have to take part in helping the city of Paterson doing something.
So
this is not a one person.
Nothing. Ask you a question.
Yes.
It seems like this is something that you're very passionate about.
I'm a people person. I'm a people person. I'm just a people person.
So would you enter politics in an effort to make these changes possible, or to give you a more of a lead in making these attainable?
No, politics is not my thing. I am a people person. I love people. I work with them, but no, I'm not into politics. I work behind the scene, but I'm not a politics. I'm not into politics. I'll do other things, but I'm not into politics. I'm never gonna say never, but right now I don't see myself in politics.
Okay. Let me ask you this.
Trying to get me to run for something?
So, I mean, this is my belief.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I believe that there is a big lapse in our ability in the city of Paterson, and I'm not limiting this to one community.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it be, while the majority of it falls on us, we
Mm-hmm.
struggle to become unified with each other. We struggle to support each other.
True.
The reason we do this, in my opinion, is because, and again, this is not, everybody in half agree, right? This is just the facts, right? These are supported facts that I'm about to say. We as Caribbean people, for whatever reason it is, and I'm not going to compare us to any other race. You have people who are going to say, we're going to stay like the Spanish, we're going to stay like the African. I'm not going to say that.
Mm-hmm.
We, as Caribbean people, struggle to become unified because we don't want to see other people do better than us.
Isn't that sad?
This is just a fact, right? It's what it is. If I'm on
it is a sad fact. It is the truth, but it's very sad.
People go out, me see a man good, with him nice Honda and him nice Toyota, but because him brethren and couple man drive BMW, ain't gonna dealership, can buy BMW and buy Benz. This is not a competition.
It's
right?
not. It's not.
Everybody speaks about change, but there's a big fact here that we fail to acknowledge. We cannot change anybody or give anybody else the expectation of change until we change ourselves. It has to start with us.
Somewhere. Mm-hmm.
When we start making changes, we can expect to see changes in the community, changes in the environment. We have to match the energy, recuperate, reciprocate the type of energy that we expect to get back from the people in the community. And we can't do that. We could, let me rephrase. We could. We refuse to.
We refuse to.
Refusal to do this.
And again, this is my motto. More hands make the work light. More hands and teamwork makes the dream work. If we try to do it together, we will succeed. If we try to meet each other halfway, we will succeed. And you know, it's not hard. You just have to want to do it.
So,
you know, a lot of times, and I've seen it, like, I mean, it's a challenge. It's a challenge for me. It's a challenge for me in this Grown Plus Sexy, this community, this promotion, this bringing the community to, it is a challenge for me because of the obvious, you know. A lot of folks don't like leadership if it's not, don't take this the wrong way, if it's not a male. Even though the female does an awesome job and does a great job and succeed. They, you know, you have individuals that would rather take something that makes absolutely no sense from a male because it's a male. And I have to deal with that when I tell you all day long, all that from, and this comes from my own peers. This comes from my own, this comes from, you know, the people in my surrounding. We need to drop things like that and let who do the job, do the job.
Well,
yeah.
You know, growing up, there was a phrase that, you know, I used to, and I don't think it was until I got older that I really understood the dynamic concept of the phrase. The phrase was that knowledge is power.
Mm-hmm.
And this is not a false,
it doesn't matter who have it,
statement. It's true, but I think one big thing that we missed in that statement was, yes, knowledge is power. However, it relies on the individual who possesses that power to express it in a way in where it will positively affect and impact those persons who are receiving that knowledge. And we fail to do that. We take knowledge and we use it for personal gain and personal benefit, not to empower, not to educate, and not to help the individuals in the community. And I think people do this without realizing it. And I say that, let me give you an example of that, right? Somebody said they want to help you, right? But you want to help me, but I have to go through you, right? As we call it in Jamaica, you're not give me the link. You ever help me, you know, but me can't get the link. Me I forgot you in order for me to receive this help. But the thing is, the link might be the individual who has that knowledge to appropriately explain and express this to me in the way that I can understand. Because you have the link does not mean that you're the best person for me to go through, because you might not even understand the depths of that link. But we as Caribbean people who hold that hard, right? When I get a link, yeah, I forgot you me. You're doing that so you can remain in control of the situation, because you want to walk around and tell people, say, if I never for me, you wouldn't able to reach us. So you really want me to elevate? Are you really trying to help me excel in life by doing that? Because if you hold all of the keys, you're not helping me, because guess what? You're not giving me the keys to me. Can't push it to the door and open it myself, You want me to link you in order for go through the door. So how
keep it for yourself.
Elevate me.
And keep it for yourself. You don't want to share the joy. You don't want to share the joy. Yep. Listen, all day long. All day long. But I will say, it is time for us to come together and do our small part. Whatever you can do to make us come together, whatever I can do to let us come together. It makes sense. It only makes sense.
I have no doubt that we will achieve unity. But I'm going to say this. And again, some people might not agree with me, but I believe that I believe that the statement I'm about to make is supported. Let me not use the word facts. It's supported by logic. We will unify. However, we will not unify in the large-scale numbers we wish to achieve. We're going to be unified in smaller groups of numbers. The reason why is because we can only achieve unity with individuals who believe and will and put out the power to become unified. Those individuals on the outside who don't see that same vision, who don't recognize it, they will remain on the outskirts. They won't be unified. Those will be the envious, bad mind, as we say, and the jealous individuals.
Well, you know what? I don't think they don't see it. I think that some people just refuse to see it.
They refuse to acknowledge it.
They just refuse.
It doesn't fit their agenda.
Yeah.
So if 100 people, 20 will unify, we have to go and work with that 20 until we can get to 30. Work with 30 until we can get to 40. Work with the 40 until we get to 50, and so on and so forth. But we will never achieve the 100% right away.
And that is true. Every mickle make a muckle. Do it small. Do it small. So if it's 10 people now or 20 or 50, work with it until we grow. And, I strongly believe that you start somewhere and you take your time and grow. It is still being positive. It's still doing something positive, and it is still considered growth. And if we can do, if we can grow a little bit in our small community, that's positive. It's a good thing. And it's a good thing.
You will find that as a leader, your greatest challenge is not in the environment that you directly affect. You will find your greatest challenge in the environment that you have indirectly influenced. Right? And let me go more into that to make it clear for people who might not understand what I just said. Things that I say, me personally, things that I say have a greater impact on the individuals who are listening to the conversation, not the individuals who I'm talking to. Those are individuals who I have indirectly influenced because I wasn't directly speaking to them. They were on the outskirts of the conversation. That is our greatest challenge, is accepting, acknowledging, recognizing that, and putting in the work to make sure that these individuals understand the full grasp and depth of what this goal is and are willing to participate in moving this movement forward so that we can achieve unification within our community.
And I'm telling you, if there are people who are actually willing to work with us and to support Paterson, this could be, do you know what this could be? This could be a big thing. Really, really could be a big thing. But, right now we're small, but we still plan to get big. Definitely. We still plan to get big, and we still plan to bring the community together. It might not be today, tomorrow, or next year, but we're doing.
Well, I will say this. While you have no interest in engaging in what some call politics or politricks, no. I definitely do, but not for the reasons that are listed amongst the mainstream. Me not going to politics for say. Me want to change some laws. I mean, you know, say it would have take 1,001 people to change.
Right.
My agenda, my attempt, opportunity for our people. So if me going to politics, which is coming in the near future, I mean, I get a timeline, you know, but it is coming.
That's a good thing.
You will see the ad, you will see the poster, you will see the petition for my run. But my run is 100% based around providing opportunity and advancement for our people, educating you on, all right, what's going on? 4 of us can get together. There's a building going up for auction on, let's just say 17th, 5th Avenue. We can come together. All right, here what me, I have 5,000. This birthday,
let's do it. Let's do it. Let's
come together. Let's collaborate. I'm not going there for some I change all of these laws. You know, I'm going in there to provide foundation for our people. We need for one property in this city where we live in after these years and we love.
Need to own something.
A street name, Jamaica Way, doesn't build foundation for us. That's not enough because the 99.9% of us do not have ground roots on Veerland Avenue and Jamaica Way.
And it's about time we start doing something.
We need to achieve and build and lay foundation. That is my prerogative. That's what I'm going to push for, right? When we know said this, I go upon action. All right, now put this in another group. Who wants to participate? Who has the funds available or who can attain them? Let's do it. Because without foundation, we have nothing. A street name in itself, trust me, does not give us foundation within this community. We need more. We're not on no kind of store. We're not on no liquor store.
Can you, like, seriously, can you imagine?
We have restaurants, but guess what? We're overcrowded with Jamaican restaurants. To expand to different areas. We're not have a supermarket. We're not in a car dealership.
Yep.
You understand where I come from?
So these are the things that when people, again, I will say it, when you work together, when you come together, these are the things that we can achieve. And it is not as hard as you trying to do it solo.
Excuse me.
It's called teamwork.
Let me there's a market on 10th Avenue, I forget the name of it, which is owned by Prince, which provides pretty much what most Jamaican, most Caribbean people usually go to markets Saturday morning. I don't know the name of the market. It's something produced. It's on 10th Avenue.
10th and 27th.
26, by 26, between
the
26
corner,
and 27,
right.
Yeah. So what I'm saying, the reason I'm mentioning it is for anyone listening and along the lines of what you're saying, support that place because when any little thing open, it's good, you know, it needs support to grow.
Absolutely.
So it's something market on 10th Avenue.
On 10th Avenue. Okay.
Yeah. You know, I know where it's at. We need a laundromat just sell that idea for $75,000.
Oh man.
More than certain we could have come together and purchased that. That gives us an avenue, you know, because guess what? There's other communities within this municipality, right? And then I'm gonna say, why, you know, say well, Uncle Carlos have the laundromat pan, such and such. That's where the 90% of them are gonna gravitate towards. We have a restaurant, you know. How much time can I feed you?
I know. How
much time can I eat for the day?
That is true. But you know, we really, really, really need to put our heads together, to put our hands together, and start to do things positive. Like really positive. Forget about the no. Start doing positive things. Start doing, start honing this, start honing that, buy 2 club, start doing things. This is what we need to do.
Yeah, and just for those listening, the restaurant on 10th Avenue, I believe it's called Island Produce. So
yes, that sounds like it.
Yeah. Island Produce.
Island Produce. So if you look for it, I think it's actually diagonal a little bit down from across the street from, I believe, was that a Golden Cross?
Yeah.
So we all need to support Island Produce on 10th Avenue.
And funny enough, it used to be a laundromat in that location, actually.
Go Jamaica.
we definitely need to expand. We need to, and again, I understand we might not be able to do this with every individual, but we need to identify the individuals who are willing to participate in these endeavors and these attempts, and we need to embrace those individuals, right? We don't have to look upon it as a widespread, because if we are trying to get 10 people to participate in something and the 10 aren't willing, but we have 2, we need to embrace and focus our attention on the 2 people who are willing to participate, because maybe we don't need no more than them 2 there at the time. Maybe we have enough with that.
And that is true. Again, this is all about teamwork, wanting to work with your peers, wanting to work with your own people and be successful, wanting to work and willing to do it.
And let me say this. I definitely have to address this. And this is something that I myself have done in the past. I don't do it anymore. I've overcome it, but this is something I used to do. And I'm literally directing this towards our Jamaicans and our Caribbean population. When you speak about support, let me explain to you what support is. Support is not because you are my brethren. You come at my place and me tell us me I sell a drink for $10. And you tell me, say, because you are my brethren, you're supposed to get it for $5 because me and you are brethren. That's not how you support somebody. If you are supporting me, you come to my place, whether it be a place of business, a venue, an entity, you pay my price by supporting me, because when you got food basic, when you got a Caucasian man restaurant or the Chinese man restaurant and him tell you say $30 for this or $40 for that, you pay that price without objection and without argument. But when you come to your brethren place now, yo, my youth, oh yeah, sell me for so cheap, man, so expensive, man, you know, say how far me and you are come from. Yes, the fact that me and you are come from far, you should
need to support
supporting my business, helping to elevate and uplift my business. Don't come at my place, come ask me for a cheap price. And you know, I got John Smith place. Ask John Smith for cheap price. If you're going to support, uphold the term support. Be obligated to support. All right?
Yeah, that is true. And look, people wouldn't even have a conversation when you go into the McDonald's or Burger. You just don't. You just ask for your whatever, the Big Mac, whatever it is you're buying, and you pay the money and you go. There is nothing. And you don't even know Mr. McDonald. You don't even know Mr. McDonald, mind you. You don't know Mr. McDonald. Support is support. You know, pay the ticket and go.
And we need to drop the sense of entitlement. Mr. Jamaicans going to Mama's Kitchen, going to Tropical Delight and say races of other people. But because them are Jamaican and it's a Jamaican restaurant, they nobody wait in the line, you know. Them skip the line and go right at the counter and say, yo, mommy, how are you have today? Give me a curry goat. Why do you feel that you are entitled to skip the line because you is a Jamaican? Why to the people who are waiting at the line for all long? Come, I can't promise you, you come to a restaurant, come skip me in the line, me I done you, know. Because me there wait all long and you just walk in. Me hungry just like you hungry, you know. Me not care if you know the owner. I mean, I gotta address the owner too. Because if you know the owner, you come in and she serve you your food before mine. Yeah, me I dip up on there, me I tell her about her ass. Because me stand up here how long I wait.
So we need to drop, you know, all that, and it boils down to respecting each other, you know, treating each other like you would want them to treat, like somebody to treat you. It all boils down to it. Respect. You know, and be nice, because it's nice to be nice. Yeah.
That's how it should work.
Yeah,
and we need to keep it on that level. And believe me,
it's nice to be nice. Yeah.
Again, some people might disagree with what we are saying, but you're not disagreeing actually because you disagree. No, you're disagreeing because you need to overcome your sense of arrogance. I'm gonna tell you that.
Yeah.
Anybody who disagrees with the statements, and we're all arrogant as people, but we have to know when it's time to put that aside, and to rest and overcome that.
And you know what? Because we're people and we're different, we would always agree to disagree. That's okay. We can agree to disagree, but at the end of the day, we need to like come together and do this thing right. That's it.
We have to
do it right, support each other, work together, build Paterson together, bring Paterson together, bring in your way. in whatever way is your niche. Bring Paterson together in your way. Well, we can do it together.
That is true.
We can do it together.
So we are gonna see what I go on still. Like I said, we're gonna work on it with, we're not gonna go full speed. This is not something where you can just go 80 miles.
We'll take our time,
You have to take your time and gradually excel.
Yeah. And do remember, people, Saturday, rain or shine. Yes, we will be having our brunch. The kickoff of the brunch. Put your nice clothes. Go into your closet. I know you got nice clothes in there, Tom. Yes. Go into the closet and check it out. Walk out to the brunch. Walk out to the brunch at 4 p.m. We will be having DJ will be 876 DJ Quench and DJ Biggs. So listen, this is not a normal thing. Yes, we upscale and classy. See, I like upscale and classy, and that's why we promote upscale and classy. So this is something different, people. You don't have to wait until night to dress up. You can dress up in the day, come out, have yourself a nice thing there. Rain or shine, get on your umbrella and walk down there. The ends. This is where we're doing it this Saturday. So, yes, the brunches, we're kicking off the brunch. And as usual, we have Grown and Sexy Friday every Friday night at the ends.
All right, people. So you heard it here.
Yep.
This Friday, we have the usual Grown plus Sexy.
Grown plus Sexy Fridays. Yes.
And then this Saturday is the official launch of the restaurant brunch.
Yeah. Food is on the house. The food. Listen, come eat your belly full. Come eat your belly full before you're going anywhere else. How's that? Yeah.
Before we come to a close, I just have one more thing that I need to address, and then after that, we will definitely be concluding this interview until the next time. So, I understand that earlier this year, in about March to be exact, you were recognized with an award for International Women's Day.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about that. How does it feel, or how did it make you feel to be one of the few persons that were recognized with this award? Tony, I don't know if you have to put it up on the screen here for our viewers to see. There it is right there. Tell me a little bit about this, Marjorie. How did this make you feel to be recognized and presented with this award for International Women's Day 2023?
It was awesome. Awesome. I felt well. I felt good. For Women's Day, that was like the perfect time, because God knows the women of Paterson are doing an awesome job, with the family, raising the kids, all that. So that was a good, it was awesome. I felt like I was on cloud nine. So it was perfect. And especially that somebody took the time to recognize. That is the first time I've been in Paterson for a minute. I have never seen anybody recognizing anybody for Women's Day. Never. And the powers that be that took the time to do that, it was a good thing. It gives you a little more courage to do, better as a female. Because it was Women's Day. It was Women's Day. So, you forgot to tell them to call back. I'm sorry, I clicked the thing by mistake. Yeah. So, I felt really good. I really felt good. And
put it up back there, Tony. I want to read the caption off of it.
Say that?
No. So may I read the caption off of it? So it says, certificate of special recognition for your hard work, dedication, selfless service to our community as an empowered woman. Yes. Do you acknowledge the powerfulness of that statement?
I can't even keep calling the.
But I walk out, so you have hotline bling.
Something is I can't seem to. Okay. I didn't hear nothing. It got cut out a while ago.
But no, man.
Maybe Shafa come back. I don't know.
Yeah, but make we see if Shago come back because it's somebody call. She has an Android, so I don't even know how to assist her. Come here. Oh, see how she come
Okay,
back.
I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. That was
Did
me
you hear
doing something crazy. Sorry.
Did you hear the statement, or do you want me to repeat it?
No, go ahead. I didn't hear it because thing came in.
So I want to focus attention specifically on the body of the wording in this award, right? So
yes,
this certificate of special recognition for your hard work, dedication, selfless service to our community as an empowered woman.
Okay. Sure. I'm responding now.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Okay. Oh, I felt good. It was a good thing. It was a good feeling. I mean, I do my best as an individual in the community to try to do the right thing. I try. I do my best in the community. Again, forget about healthcare and all that, because that's my day-to-day. And it's not even in Paterson. But doing my part of building the community, it's with promotion, it's with entertainment, and it is providing support for and entertainment for the mature. And I mean, I'm trying to do a good job at it, because let's be reasonable. There's not too much place for, the grown folks. Mm-hmm. But we're getting there. We're getting there. And, it took, like I said, it took 10 years of making the rules and saying, this is what we're doing, and this is the way we're going to do it. Yeah, you don't like it. It's okay. But this is what we're doing, because when you come here, you're going to have to behave yourself. You're going to have to play this music. This is what we're doing. You cannot cuss. No, you cannot talk on the mic like, yes. So I do my part to structure it so that when you and your friends and your grandmother and your mother come, they feel good and respected in the environment that I am promoting or I am overseeing. I like that. So if my daughter or my son or anybody comes to an event that I don't have to feel uncomfortable. No, because it's going to be PG or G. Anybody can hear it.
So we can't go up to PG-13.
Well, it might be PG-13. I don't know. I just know it's not going up to X.
Rated R.
It's not going up. Yeah, it's not going up there. So everyone can listen to pretty much what we do, what we play. It's nothing going to be outrageous. And most people who are coming now at this time, coming to these events, they know what to expect. It's not a biggie. It's not people kind of know what to expect, and they look forward to expecting something nice. And I will be doing this and try to get better at it. Am I great at it? I think so, but I'm not perfect. I'm learning more every day, and and I'm trying to grow every day. So yeah, but my job is to make sure when you go somewhere that I have to do it, you are comfortable, and you can relate to who is around. You can relate to the music. You can have a good time in a great environment. Yeah.
Well,
that's a good thing.
I think it's definitely come a long way, and there's multiple milestones that have already been achieved with this endeavor, and there's so many more that are going to be forthcoming in the future. So I definitely think it's a good thing. Lady Marjorie, Queen, continue to do what you do. Continue to push forward with the positivity, bringing the community together one event at a time, keeping everything unified, keeping it on the straight road, taking the higher road, as you said. Don't fall into the negativity. Don't become a victim of it. Just
absolutely not.
Keep it on the same pace, on the same way that you're going. And, definitely everybody, look out for Saturday. That's the start of the new and newly formed and developed
Rush Hour Brunch.
Rush Hour Brunch. So definitely look out for that. Keep that Tony. Me know see I got promoted. I know it's gonna be there. So Marjorie,
Bless
thank
up.
you so much for coming out.
Thank you for having me.
Explain everything, break it down for everybody, for we'll finally get an understanding of what's going on. Because I know there was a lot of people out there with questions and speculation as to what's going on. So you come up here and clear it up and clarify it, and it's 100% a good move.
It is a good move, and it works for everybody. You get the night, and we'll take the day. That's all right.
It definitely has
a good night. Huh?
Definitely has the potential to work.
Absolutely. So. Well, thank you for having me, Mr. Tony. Peace out. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Until next time.
Yes,
Tonyculture time up. What's in your cup?